Welcome everyone, my name is Kelly. This is the first part of my tutorial for the game World of Tanks. What you're gonna start with is something like this. You're gonna have one extra slot, and you're gonna have all the other slots filled with your starting tanks. And you might end up like myself with 98 slots, plus one, that's 99, 150 gold on a discount, that's 100 slots. Basically, I haven't spent a single cent for this game. And I managed to get a quite hefty amount of machines, divide them into two groups, and basically start having some real fun in this game. The system that you can expand yourself like this is basically visiting related websites like Alienware, Razer, Overwolf, etc. The similar sites as you know that are gonna give you a giveaway just for using their app or just for using their community-based systems. Of course, Wargaming gives you something like missions that you see over here. Little bit by little bit, you can gather a decent amount of gold that you're gonna use on discount to purchase your next garage slot. Also, you can purchase barrack slots. Barracks are over here, and they store your extra crew members. But I totally recommend that you focus primarily on the expanding of the tank slots that you're gonna have, because as you start like with tier 1 tanks, you need at least 2 slots available for your tier 5 money makers. That's how you're gonna start the game basically. And the best money makers are your tier 5 that can deal damage and at least take some damage. And they are cheap to repair. Like let's say this Crusader, it's as you see on the battle stripes, it's one of my very favorite light tanks in this game. Of course, there are also the Stack 3 or the famous Heavy one that I totally recommend for the newbies to start with and basically grind money with these machines. If you are using, of course, the standard account without purchasing any premiums. The currency in this game that you're gonna get is your gold, as I said before, and your credits. Credits are earned by playing the game, and gold is earned by participating in the events, doing the missions, or getting the giveaways, or even buying the gold if you are willing to spend money on this game. Gold will give you premium account, which gives you 50% more experience, 50% more credits. Second thing I want to cover is your experience points. Experience points are earned basically by researching the tanks. Let me find one that I can demonstrate with. So I have to go to my tier 9, and there it is. Now, this is your research points. As you're gonna have your starting on tier 1 tank and up, you're gonna have to research your modules. The experience points that you gather by playing are gonna be used to research your engine, your gun, your turrets, your everything on your tank, and even progress to the second tank. But there is also the free research. I totally recommend for this kind of value not to basically, guys, don't waste this experience points that you have over here on lower tiers. I totally recommend that you at least get up to tier 7 tanks and only then use these research points, or even if you have patience, just be patient and use only these research points once you reach something like tier 9 because or tier 8, because the grind on those two machines, and as you see, the guns are pretty much expensive, not only by credit standards but also by experience standards, and you're gonna cut yourself a lot of nasty and bad games, but eventually you're gonna run out of free experience and you're gonna play with stock tanks, which I'll be covering in my tutorials in the future. Also, with the experience points that I mentioned before, you have the crew experience, which are gonna give you some skills like Sixth Sense. On all of your tanks basically aim to have the first two skills with something like this. Commander, Sixth Sense and Repairs. Gunner, you can go with Deadeye if you can, or pick a skill that is a snapshot. For the driver, I totally recommend the skill clutch braking, or if you like to fire on the move, smooth ride. For the commander, for the loader, sorry guys, for the loader, I totally recommend skill which is save storage, which increases your ammo rack durability. Second skill is gonna be repair. Basically what you're gonna do with credits is go first with repairs. Once you get the second skill on the 50%, go for reset on the credits, and then as you see here, pick the first skill, Sixth Sense, second skill, repairs. That will save you a lot of trouble on the higher tiers, believe me. Once I passed above tier 5, the games that I encountered were definitely telling me that you need the perks to be active so you can at least be effective on the game. Also, don't forget this, once you research the tank completely, press accelerate crew training. Accelerate crew training will give you every bit of experience not to be wasted over here, so you don't need to use gold to convert the experience, but the experience will go on your commander, your gunner, and all the rest of the crew in the tank that you're driving with. So let's say if you're going with the tier 5 tank and you research it completely, I recommend to do as I did over here. Get some experience on your crews and don't waste it for nothing. Okay, once you accelerate your crew training and you get your first skill active, I totally recommend, as I said before, to have at least 2 tier 5s available while you're going on the grind with your other tanks. Or you can do a system like this. Go to, well, no, not that, let me get my tier 5 so I can show you properly. Let's say you go with tier 5, you choose your favorite tank. In meanwhile, I totally recommend that you research all of your tier 5 tanks on every nation so you can at least try out the experience of what you're gonna use for your missions that you're gonna have for the campaigns as you see over here, and the experience that you're gonna make for yourself while driving the game and play the game. All of that in-game experience you can at least use then to know what class you're gonna pick, what's your favorite class, what's your favorite play style, is basically what the tier 5 is gonna teach you. And by learning the game basically on tier 5, you're gonna be a very mean player on the upper tiers if you are even modestly good at tier 5. And the last thing that I wanna tell you about the garage system is that you can add mods. Of course, I only use the statistical mods that provide me with information how effective I am in certain vehicles. So as you see over here, I have my general parameters, victories, VN8 and efficiency rating for every vehicle in my game. Also, by being in the game, I can press alternate button and see how much hours have you played in certain tank, how good you are in it, and I can determine my playstyle based on that sometimes. But my playstyle are mostly by default usual. With the fast tanks I like to flank, with the heavy tanks I like to side scrape and brawl, with the RT I just wanna sit and do the one-shots, but I'm not so much in the RTs at the moment. I have only tier 5s and 1 tier 7 RT. Also what you need to know is basically depot. Everything that you sell from your tank, your shells, your modules, your consumables are gonna be stored over here. And basically you wanna get rid of your stock things, you don't wanna keep them there unnecessary. Let me just show you. I'm gonna buy this just for tutorial reason and go to depot, go to modules, my vehicles, and there it is. I'm just gonna sell it back. Basically I earned some money and I got rid of the extra equipment that I don't want to use anymore. Once you do the servicings and stuff, you always place credits. And even if you buy the premium stuff, this premium stuff only use once you are in the Clan Wars strongholds, or if you're dedicated to do some missions. Same things with the exterior system, only pay your tank if you don't wanna use your money to maximize every chance that you're gonna get some, like say, concealment, or if you just like the way it looks. But I don't recommend just for the looks, because you wanna perform and you wanna earn your money. And as you progress in the tech tree, you're gonna see that the tanks that you wanna get are gonna be pretty much expensive, and you need every bit of credits to earn your way through. Okay, that will be all for the part 1 gameplay. Happy hunting, stay safe, see you on the battlefield, and like if you do, subscribe if you want to see more, so I can catch you all in the part 2 and the other videos.